Hi, my name is Winile Skhakhane. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Nkandla. But as a child, I grew up in Durban and I attended primary schools that are in Durban. I started off at Greenberry Primary School, then I went off to Hillgrove Primary School. But for my high school education, I returned to Nkandla and I started off at Mpemba High School. Then I went off to this amazing school, Winile High School, which is where I finished my matric and I got good results. So, how did I manage to get such good results? So, first of all, I knew that I wanted to help and give back, which is where my love for medicine actually developed. So I knew that I wanted to make it and I need to do this. So I was very dedicated, but also the dedication of my teachers also helped a lot. And so at my school, we had morning classes, afternoon classes, we had night classes, we had weekend classes, and our good educators also sacrificed their quality time with their families to educate us throughout the holidays. So that helped me a lot, as well as studying. So, what helped me in my studying when I was studying alone is that I would repeat my work, I would read it twice. I'd not just make sure that it sticks in my head. And another thing that helped me is that during the lessons, I would listen. Listening skill is a very important skill. It helped me and it's still even helping me now. And another thing that's still even helping me now is that when I don't understand, I seek help and I ask until I understand. Another thing is that I stayed focused. So Bismaili was a praying school through our principal, Mr. Enzetul. I was able to stay focused throughout the year. He motivated us and he prayed for us because we faced a lot of challenges. Ibismail High School back then was not a boarding school, so we lived in people's houses. So we paid rent. We also didn't have water. So after a very tiring day, the sun in that area was hot. So even after a very tiring day, after afternoon classes, you'd have to go and fetch water. You'd have to prepare to go for your night class. And we also didn't have electricity. So studying with candles was not very easy, but I'll just say one thing, that it is not easy, but it is doable. I saw that through me. And another thing is that Mr. Enzatuli is very selfless, is very caring, because at times when he didn't have food, because our homes were very far, so we just go to him and ask for him for food, and he'd offer it, and it just makes sure that even during our lessons that we have food, we are focused. And he didn't only just help me there, he was my academic teacher and also spiritual teacher as well, which is why I think I coped during my matric, because I knew God and he gave us a lot of life lessons which I still live by even in university. So I've just completed my second year. I'm studying at the University of UKZN in medical school. So my first year was very tough. I faced a lot of challenges, but throughout all of those challenges, I kept the lessons that I got from high school. They helped me to stay disciplined, to be obedient, and to continue seeking for help whenever I didn't understand anything. Another thing is that I had to stay true to myself, and I had to tell myself that you know what you're here to do. Don't deviate from what you're here to do. And another thing is that this year has not, second year was very tough, but I can tell you that through praying to God, I was able to make it. So it made things kind of easier for me. So another thing is that your spiritual life and your academic life doesn't usually balance, but when you have support groups and you have study groups, that usually helps, which is something that has worked for me and is still working for me as well. So the teachers that taught me critical subjects in high school were, first of all, Mr. Enzatuli. He taught me life sciences, but he wasn't just my teacher, he was my father. He played a father role in my life because he was just so good to us, and he didn't see you as a student, he saw you as his child. And that's just what motivated me. I wanted to make this man so proud because he was just so good to us, so caring. I had never experienced such love from a man who I'm not even related to. The second teacher would be Mr. Dumagud, who taught me physical sciences. He was very fun and very motivating. Through a critical subject like that, I was able to obtain good marks because I just had good teachers who were very dedicated. And again, I would also like to thank MBChB Ntuli. She was my isiZulu teacher, so I wasn't very good at languages, but she helped me a lot and I got good results, and I'm very thankful even today. And then Mr. Zondo and Mr. Lutuli, who were my mathematics teachers. So Mr. Zondo loved discipline, and everyone knew that. But Mr. Lutulu was very patient. He took you step by step and was very caring. He made sure that we do not pass through the step if you don't understand. So that just made things so beautiful for me in my matric life, my academic life, and I'm very grateful. So for me, the two things that I will not forget in my academic life, first of all, is that hard work pays off. If you stay obedient and you're disciplined, you stay true to yourself, as I said, and you stick to listening. A listening skill is very important. You will definitely make it. It will not be easy, but as I said, you will make it at the end. I've just completed my second year and I'm just going to start my third year, but I have hope that I will make it because I've God by my side and I trust in myself that okay, I am going to work hard because I know that hard work yields good results. The second thing that I will not forget in my academic life is that I'm not only doing this for myself, but I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my community. I'm doing this to give out hope. And I'm also doing this to show off God's glory in my life because God has been really good to me. I wouldn't be if it wasn't for Him. So I'm very grateful. And whenever I study, I remind myself that I want to be the kind of doctor that I'd be comfortable being served by. So I pray to God. I'm like, God, when it gets too much, I'm like, God, please help me. Please help me to focus and concentrate. I need to make it. I want to be a very good doctor. So I hope you found that inspirational. Thank you very much.